we're just going to transfer trade here. And some of it will trickle upstream. And for every one that we have transferring, we do get a bonus to our trade income. So what are the trade nodes looking like? So Genoa is number 1 and Novgorod is number 4. White Sea is still at the bottom, but that will change. Grant them admin power, as we are not currently working on any admin ideas. Okay, we're going to get some more barracks, particularly if our friendship with Kazan is going to break down. Tver is nice and loyal. And I think I'll try to give them Kasimov eventually, just to make their borders look a little better. And they would accept our support for a War of Independence. Poland is still rivaled there. Yeah, I think we'd better go for this. Because this alliance isn't going to last. I think they're going to break it once they take this and reevaluate their foreign policy. Let's see who else will support them. Well, that was faster than anticipated. Can't see that coming quite yet, but it'll be okay. Okay, I think we're just going to leave our fleet there, protecting trade in Novgorod. Meet up in Stockholm. And then try to pick off these two armies separately. Okay, let's tell them that they can attach. And we are at our max, so we're just going to pull up here, wait for friends, and then try to defeat their army. Come on, guys. Come in here. Okay, so now we can move down here. Laxkana, and we'll be getting our Western arms trade from Sweden. Sounds pretty good. Okay, I'm not sure how effectively we can challenge their navy. We do have big ships. We could get an admiral. I think we will. Alright, let's see if we can wreck their navy a little. Yes, yes we can. We're going to pull back and repair these ships. Go for morale. And I wish that they would pull their troops back and deal with these other provinces. I'm actually going to ask Tver to take these two. And we should tell Sweden to take that. I wonder if they're going to try walking around. Oh, that's not good. It's not good at all. Yeah, we've got to see if we can wreck their navy again. No, not this time. Not this time. We ended up causing them greater casualties than they caused us. But we weren't going to win that battle. Yeah, we're going to stick with diplomatic candidates. And I think we'll send one guy and a little bit of change to snatch up these provinces. Oops, wrong button. We're going to have to get this stuff back. So I'm going to hire a mercenary here. And send him down there. Hopefully Kazan will take care of these rebels. And hopefully our ship will get to where it needs to be. Nope, that's not good. It's just a mercenary. I'm going to hire a new one. Okay, government wants that. We'll go for the Diplo points. We want the Republican tradition, as usual. I really want to hit their fleet, but they're not spread out, so it wouldn't be the wisest idea. We're just going to hold the straits here. That is all that Sweden needs at this point to win. And we'll let them deal with Norway on their own. I have a feeling that this army is going to come back every time we move on there. And they vassalized Muscovy, so this will flip over to them if we don't deal with it. So I think that means that we are going to have to abandon our post here and march back to deal with those rebels. If we can crush their navy first, that would be ideal. But that's not going to happen at this rate. Sunk 6 ships to their 2. We're going to get that Diplotech up before we get another idea here. Okay, they are working on the fort. So we're going to try to get back that province. Okay, if we're going here, river crossing from all 3 provinces. And we don't have enough maneuver to avoid that. So we're just going in. And they got a lot of trips across. So hopefully Sweden ends this war pretty quickly. If they capture this, wipe out this army and come down here, we can eject them, but they're going to capture the fort by then. So it'd just save us all a lot of pain if they simply piece this out. Or 1 over, so I'm just going to consolidate it a little. And let's check out what the naval situation is down here. As we'll hit them once again. They'll likely win the battle, but we might be able to cause more casualties. Maybe not. They can't all be winners. I actually should get rid of all of these transports. Or pay small with trade ships. And we've got the money to do that. So as soon as we're at peace, I think that'll be my plan. Sell those off. And buy some more trade ships. Alright, we'll transfer that over to Sweden. And now, war enthusiasm for Denmark is low. I think this war is over. They just felt that they needed to wreck our manpower one last time for old time's sake. And we're going to pull out of there. Not before we spitefully destroy Norway's army. How are we doing? Catching up here. I don't think we really need to chase them down, because we're suffering attrition. And we've already got the call for peace, so we'll just get our army back onto our territory. Do I want to pay full price? Yeah, might as well. Okay, where do we want trade power? Maybe there. Our diplomatic candidate. Okay, so Sweden got their independence, we got favors. And they took this province, they took the capital of Norway. I guess they went to troll Norway a little. And then we got some money. We're going to buy up their trust, as they do have a militarist. Okay, Golden Horde is now a valid rival again. Still a truce. And we've lost our Western arms trade. Because they don't like Poland. We're going to keep a guy there. As well embargo them as soon as we can. And we might as well sit on the war chest there. And gain a trader here. Now he's +2. Can we afford him? I think we can afford him. Trade power, yeah. This should help us accomplish our mission. We don't need to pay this fort right now, or even this one for that matter. And let's keep our relations with Poland as strong as we can. Let's keep an eye on where income is coming from. 43% from trade, and once we get our ships back out there, that will jump back up. I don't think we can justify developing these coastal provinces a little bit more. We do want to get their development up to 10 eventually. That way we can build some of the coastal stuff, give us more ships. Okay, we can get some prestige here for free. So they haven't really given us any compelling reasons why we want to get any patriarchal authority. We don't need conversion strength. We don't have to worry about unrest. Really, it's trading taxes for manpower for us. And that could be a good trade-off, but we could really just murk up if we're out of manpower. Looks like Kazan is in a war against Uzbek again. Let's drop that tax income. Hopefully we'll complete this mission soon. We'll take him just for the points, admin points. Okay, so we can upgrade some ships. We'll just start with these. Kind of want to beat up on the Golden Horde and take their trade power. I think Kazan is going to increasingly be a threat to us. They're probably going to rival us. We can lose some inflation here. Yeah, I think we'll do that. There's just no one attractive at the moment for this. I guess we could turn on the Livonian Order. They're pretty isolated here. But I'm not sure what I would do with that territory. I mean, I guess I could take their trade power after beating them up. We might want to do that with the Golden Horde too. Unless if their allies would defend them, and if we don't have any claims on them. So why don't I set them as hostile? And mark these two provinces as something we want. See if we can get Tver to start fabricating on them. I really want them to put down these rebels. Okay, Golden Horde. Oops. That's not what I want to do. We can get Golden Horde as a rival yet again. So we're going to send them an insult. Get that power projection. And then embargo them until it tells us that we can't have them as a rival. Okay, so Riga is now a center of reformism. That could be a problem for us. Yeah, Kazan's gonna turn on this. And we can get one more troop here. Let's get rid of this guy and make it 2. Okay, we got that pretty high, so as long as this is somebody, he's 58, so I think we're simply going to replace him and then re-elect this young guy over and over. And they've switched to hostile with us. I do want to upgrade these ships from again. Come on. Okay. Navy is being upgraded. I'm certainly going to have Kazan as our next rival. Okay, we can get some free stability here, or prestige. We're going to take the stability. That'll translate into trade power, and we do like our trade power. So this is pretty slow. It'll get more exciting when everything breaks down here. So Kazan really shouldn't become hostile to us, because they're going to lose basically their only ally. I mean, there's Oirat, who knows how big they are, but they're going to have trouble getting over here. And they do have a little bit of a vassal swarm. But they really should keep us as an ally and simply worry about expanding at the expense of all of their neighbors. Okay, so there's peace there. And Kazan is relatively civil towards us. The question is, do we really need the Livonian Order as allies? Now, one thing that they do bring to the table is they owe us favors, and we could call them into war, their Western tech. So when we inevitably clash with Kazan. That could be a resource for us. Tver is refusing to claim this territory. Looks like they have ambitions on Tver. They'll be okay with taking some of our stuff. So yeah, that friendship will not last too much longer. So we'll keep the Livonian order around, use them against Kazan. And we're ahead of time on military tech, but not diplotech. I do want that trade efficiency. I also want that trade range. I'll take the ducats. And we get free stability. I like it. Okay, now the question is, what is our next idea group going to be? There's an argument to be made for going for a military idea, particularly something like quantity. That could help us. But I think we're going to go for economic. We want to be able to develop better, because that is, our prosperity is directly tied to that. Okay, so we're going to re-elect this guy. We have some money, so let's see what we can do with buildings. Trade, and we'll hold off. Keep our relations good there. Okay, so Muscovy and Perm have allied themselves against Kazan. I think we might want to start working towards the inevitable conflict between us. Okay, they've turned hostile. We'll try to save the friendship, just on general principle.